Just Too Good here, and Hasbro and LEGO are teaming up once again to release a LEGO Dungeons & Dragons set in 2024. One of the sets will be determined from this LEGO Ideas fan vote, where we have 5 projects which have made it to the finals, and you guys could vote in the description to figure out which of these will become a real set. It seems like at the end of the day, Hasbro and LEGO will decide the final decision, but those votes will apparently persuade them one way or another. Regardless, the first set is the Monster Manual. Will this become a 2024 set? In my opinion, I think some of the other projects have a better chance. I like the dragon design here, which looks lovely without resorting to specialized pieces. This one-eyed creature in the middle is Xantar, I believe. I'm not familiar with the Dungeons & Dragons lore, but he pops up in another project later on. And yeah, that's a huge thing. I'm not into Dungeons & Dragons, only participating in one campaign in my life. I love random licenses from LEGO, and I love LEGO Castle sets, so I am very interested in whichever will be the winner of this. At the back, this creature here, I don't really like the use of those 1x1 printed eyes. I think they should have done a different eye design. I'm sure the final set would be different. Then with the mimic chest here and this creature in the corner. So I do like the dragon and Xantar in the middle, but I think there's stronger instances of dragons and Xantar throughout the other projects. This next one is called Xantar the Beholder. And yeah, this full-on Xantar is much better than the last projects. I love the tendrils at the top, that grin and the eye in the middle. But this also has a really cool play feature. By twisting this cog at the back, you can open up that jaw just a bit. I also like how this acts as storage for your D&D die, where at the top there's like a little hatch where you can put them through the bookshelf. And the whole bookshelf design has some nice trinkets. It's nice seeing those oversized books, where for once it's not restricted to just minifigure scale. Personally, I'd usually prefer minifigure scale, but we've got enough mystical bookshelves and other sets that seeing a larger scale of this as a dice storage is actually pretty darn cool. Then we have Tiamat's Dice Tower, another dice-based set, and you can see where you can put the dice at the top there to roll. This design, I think, is a little bit too cluttered with the dragon, which I believe is Tiamat. I like the central yellow and red, but then you have 4 other heads, and it just looks way too cluttered at the top there. I am reminded of 5-Headed Dragon, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Classic card. And speaking of classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and don't worry, we'll get a little bit more to Yu-Gi-Oh! In a second, oddly enough. But for this build alone, I think this is one of the least likely with the monster book, where there's just better versions of similar builds throughout the other projects in this campaign. Okay, so here's where we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. The Mimic Chest. I kind of love the idea behind this. We have a treasure chest on one end, but flipping over the side and the chest itself, it turns into a mimic. And there's actually a sign that says it's a mimic chest. So this was a trick all along. Now I'm reminded of Dark Mimic, which is a classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Card from Soul of the Duelist. I used to love the level monsters. And I love this effect of how you could draw a card once it's flipped face up, like Skelangel. So this kind of is nostalgic to me for a different property. But I kind of love the play feature here, where it transforms. That's such a clever and fun design. The closest build to this that we have in the LEGO existing sets is that Monster Book of Monsters from a Harry Potter promo. So this is a really cool design, if you ask me, where that Monster Book of Monsters just had a rolling feature. This has a whole transformation feature. Then a final set is the Dragon's Keep, Journey's End. This might be the best of the bunch. I absolutely love the design of the tower here, which is paired with a lovely house at the front. And then we have a separate whole kind of bridge area. This tells an entire story. There's a seaside. Oh man, the only thing is that this would be like, what, $400? Hey, 2024, that would be 2 years after the Lion Knight's castle, so it wouldn't be like LEGO would be putting 2 similar sets back to back. I still say this is very different from that castle released earlier this year. There's another mini Xanthar in the tunnels. I love that dragon design, which separated looks freaking phenomenal. And again, just the overall look of this tells a story. It's a beautiful fantasy display. This is the one I want to win the most. However, I think this, the Mimic Chest, and also Xantar the Beholder, those 3 are the ones where they're going to choose one of those to be the winner. Which of the 3? I can't say more than just those 3 because I don't know too much about the D&D lore to say, oh yeah, Xantar is way more popular than the Dragon Keep area or whatever. So let me know in the comments which you think of these 3 will become a set. I narrowed it down from 5 to 3. That's about as far as I could go. I'll take any one of these. I'd probably buy any one that they would release of these three because I think all three of them have their pros and minor cons. Regardless, let me know in the comments which is your favorite out of the 5 projects, even if you like those other 2 that I didn't like as much. Subscribe for more LEGO news and commentary. Be sure to vote by following the link in the description, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.